Tornado, and so in this video, well, we're gonna be doing more Minecraft. As you can see, I got a bit more level, and also I've filled up my capacity on wooden storage crates because I have too many different categories apparently. Oh yeah, I made tons of conveyors, like tons. We will never run out of conveyor belts in all, probably in entire existence. But yeah, we have some slag right here. We have slag right here. We have some other things. We have no redstone actually, and I plan to do like a 10-hour live stream or something. Improving this area first of all, so turning this from a skyhook kind of system into more of a elevator pulley system. So we're going to be figuring out how to do that on stream, so look forward to that, I guess. And yeah, we currently have more aluminum than we do redstone, so you know. Either way, in this episode, we're going to be opening the door and figuring out some stuff. So off camera, I've been busy doing a lot of testing and creating things using Create. And if we take an empty schematic and we chuck it into a schematic table, have tons of different things now. Network switch. Gravel factory. Furnace engine cube 6x6. Diesel generator concrete factory. What we're going to be making in this episode is going to be the PSU, the gravel factory, and the concrete factory. So yeah. Select the PSU. This is the most important part. This is going to be our power supply. So, yeah. And yeah, it's really big, but there you go. So I built this in a different world, but because it's Create mod, you can use schematics, and basically I just made a schematic and imported it into here. So yeah, there you go. Nice and convenient. As you can see, there's a bunch of cogs, and there's a lot of different contraptions in here, and there's encased stuff, and there's 4 furnace engines, and they're all fully self-sufficiently powered. There's conveyor belts everywhere. It's very complicated contraption, this, but it will be worth it. So, yeah. However, we will not be building it there. In fact, we are not building it above ground at all, because I feel like if I build it above ground, it's going to get in the way, which is exactly why we're going to be building it above ground. I don't know where, though, which is the problem. I could replace the old storage, which I probably should replace the old storage, but I don't know. There's all the saplings still. Oh yeah, I cleared out the slag because I needed wooden storage crates of that. But yeah, like if you look in these chests, there's literally nothing here. I cleared it all out. And, yeah, this little area right here where I made concrete, this is going to be decommissioned. So, no longer making concrete. I have tons of treated wood, but not concrete. In fact, I think I ran out of concrete. That wooden storage crate, I don't even think has concrete in it. Like, I think it is, like, emptied. But no, it has a couple things of concrete. That actually might be enough to make everything, but I'm not sure. Either way, we're going to have to make a book here, and we're just going to get 3 of them real quick. And I'm going to have to figure out how to place this, because I don't know where to put this. I mean, I tested all of this out, but that was in creative mode where I could just grab the blocks and create a menu. So yeah, the base is going to be really big when it's done. Like, it's going to be a 200 by 200 square of just beacon power. So I think I want to put this somewhere where it's not going to get in the way, really. But I'm not sure. And actually, it needs gunpowder, but I do have a lot of gunpowder, so I don't really care. But, yeah. I'm going to be moving both of these things, though. This is kind of a bad spot. So we're going to be moving this. And we're going to be building up all of these contraptions. I think I'm going to put all of them back here, though. Because there's tons of space. You put, like, the PSU, like, right here. And maybe, like, the gravel here. And then the concrete here. I think I'm just going to do that. I'll make it really easy. And I can just put the schematic cannon right here. Put the schematic table right here. And I already have the PSU all set up. And it's still projecting it over there. And I don't know how to fix that. Oh yeah, with position. There you go. So we're going to put the PSU, I guess, right here. Yeah, it's right there. Boom. PSU. And actually, we're going to be rotating it because I want to. So, I'm going to rotate it. So yeah, you can just rotate the schematic. You can do all that stuff, and it's very nice. So yeah, there's all PSU. Looks kind of cool. Back there. And I think that is a good position. So we're going to throw in the schematic. Throw in some gunpowder. And put in a book. And here's the material list for our PSU. So we're going to have to gather all of these materials. And then we will be able to essentially just build it perfectly. So yeah. I'm going to go find a chest or something I can use. And yes, we do have enough uranium. I actually kind of worried about having enough uranium, but I do have enough uranium, so we have enough uranium. Convenient. Anyways, tons of uranium, so yeah. And we need chests. And since this storage got blown up anyways, I can just steal them from here. Convenient. Goodness gracious, lag. Hopefully, in about 20 days in real life, I'm gonna have a GPU, and I'll finally be able to stop lagging around everywhere. But who knows? Anyways, we need some uranium, so we're gonna throw in some uranium in there, and we'll be all good. However, we're gonna do this in a time lapse. So we're gonna throw in the uranium, and yeah, this might take a little bit because I have to grab a bunch of trees as well because I need wood for like some of the cogs and some of the other things. And obviously we'll use spruce trees, but like it's gonna take a long time. So yeah. Transition to the time lapse now. Alright people, I'm going to show you these mechanical crafting because it's kind of cool. So, put in a brass casing, then we put in all these ingots, and then it kind of recognizes it as a recipe, and then it's going to start combining everything. Boop. And then it gets to this final stage, and if I did everything correctly, it turns itself into a flywheel, and then it goes into the chest. And there's a flywheel. And then we have to do that again. So we do it again. And there you go, 2 flywheels, because I needed those. And I know I'm gonna have to use some more furnace engines and stuff. So we're just gonna make those as well. Alright people, so my framed glass is now finished, which means that should actually be all of the resources for this little contraption. Well, little. Yeah, here's all of them. These are extra stuff you do need, like actually wiring it up, and also the lava and water, like the liquids, for the destruction of the stone and cobblestone and stuff. Also, apparently, whenever you put, like, the wires in the schematics in Create, when you try and load it back in, it actually crashes, like, your entire world and corrupts it. So I really don't want to do that, so we just have these separate. And the liquids just don't save, so, yeah. We'll load it up with gunpowder. We have a schematic, it's all placed, and we can watch the magic. So yeah, I'm gonna hit ready, We're going to hit go on this. And now it's going to start placing. We're going to watch from the beacon tower. But yeah, now it's going to do all of outlines and all the frame walk. And now it's going to build ourselves, geez, a very, very nice little thing. So lava would go here, except you actually don't have to place the lava yet. You can just wait. Yeah. I spent not a long amount of time, but a pretty decent chunk of time walking on this thing right here. So yeah. The only two mods you need to have installed for this schematic are Emulsive Engineering and also Create, obviously. But as soon as you have both of those, you're all good, because none of the other blocks, I don't think, use anything from other mods, so yeah. You can see tons of cogs. These will make more sense later. Oh yeah, whenever you're placing down these schematics, you need to make sure these encased chain drives actually go in place properly. So you want to check that, but it's pretty easy to check. Starting on the second wall layer. Here's the actual furnace engines themselves. All that stuff. Oh yeah, I need to grab one more thing. Just one more thing. It can be literally anything that can smelt. Literally anything. Sure. Actually, spruce logs do walk, so just use that. I just need something smeltable, basically, to kickstart the machine. Alright, get back over here. How much progress did it make? Not too much. More. Now it's placing in the former electric generators. These generators will power up the external heaters from the capacitors. So yeah, now it's installing it on the second side. So yeah, we're gonna be watching this kind of just walk away and do all of its fun little stuff. And actually, I don't think it has that much more to do. It just has to put in the entire circuitry for the frickin' cobble generator, which shouldn't take too long. You know when it's gonna be done from the steel scaffolding outline, because I outlined the whole thing in steel scaffolding. Just the entire perimeter of it is just steel scaffolding. Here's where the lava and here's where the water goes. Oh, there's my output. Yep. Alright, cool. Put in the trapdoors now. And actually, this is a completely crawlable area. In fact, that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to crawl inside of it and then place in all of the things. In fact, this is the crawling layer. So it just has this layer to do. And then the next layer up is going to be the last one, so yeah, it's almost done, basically. Yeah. Where are my encased chain drives, by the way? They're not really here yet. I mean, yeah, I placed 3 of them, but there's 15 in total, so, you know. They will be placed, don't worry. You can see now it's starting on the top section, the roof, so now it has the steel scaffolding. There's an encased chain drive. There's another one. So yeah, where does this get input? Oh, over here or something. Oh shoot. These drives are in place. That one's in place. That's all hooked up now. That's all good. That one's getting hooked up. Because chain drives are pretty interesting because you can flip them over and they still walk for some reason. It's really useful, but, you know, whatever. And in a second here, we're going to be all done. So, it's just this last little bit of scaffolding. And that used up all of the resources. There you go. Finished. So, here's the machine all done. So you can see there's a cobblestone generator right there. And on the other side too, but you can't see it because I put a solid wall there. But there is cobble. There should be cobble. At least, yes, there is. Convenient. And that cobble will get mined up from the mechanical drills above it. And the mechanical drills get powered from the furnace engines. And the furnace engine, like, system itself, basically does a bunch of stuff. So, yeah. And I think that's a hopper. But we can just walk into here. And then if we jumpstart the machine, and then we walk it back outside, then we should see everything start to power up. So you can see cobblestone gets mined, it goes into the furnaces, and these furnaces are probably already overflowing, but that's a good thing. So yeah, you can see the furnaces get a bunch of cobblestone. That cobblestone gets smelted into stone, and then what will happen is the stone just gets deposited in the lava, and then any excess cobblestone also just gets fed straight into the lava. And then the furnace walking from the external heater, so you don't need to worry about fuel because of the external heater. So yeah, the furnace basically will just power this, and then you get a bunch of different outputs. So I think the outputs are 16, I want to say 32 or 64, and I think that one's 128. So yeah, you're playing with a lot of RPM here, and basically you can get some pretty crazy things. You can get some good machines here. So yeah, that is only one of the things that we need, but that is the power supply for everything. So yeah, now we got to go into the schematic table, and I think the next thing we have to make is the gravel factory. So yeah, gravel factory, pretty easy build, really. It's pretty small, actually, ish, right? Yeah, then we can run out the input. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. It's cool looking. And then we'll put the actual, like, concrete factory on the other side. But yeah, that works. So we'll throw in this schematic as well. We'll get another material checklist. So yeah, we can throw out the old one, and now we have the new one. And this one's also 5 pages, because there's a bunch of different types of blocks. So yeah, there's a lot of different resources, but I don't think it's that resource intensive. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I guess we're going into another time lapse, I don't know. Alright, people, I've gathered all of the resources right here, and even though it was 5 pages, this is everything we need, because it was a bunch of different stuff. We don't actually need these cables, but whatever. And we have all of the lava and water sources. So, yeah. We'll start the machine now. I said we'll start them. Yeah. We'll start it. And this build is going to take a lot less time to construct, so it shouldn't take that long. But yeah, it's very cool. And actually, we have to supply it with some storage crates, so I'm going to have to go grab some of those, but whatever. And actually, that is the last part of that layer. So, yeah, that's the last slice of cake, I guess. There you go. These are where our storage crates go, so that's why it's like that. Extracting conveyor belt. Here's where the, yep. Didn't even finish my sentence. This is where a water will go. This. And, yeah, it's gonna cover it up right here. This is an input if you want to put some cobblestone stuff in there, which I'm definitely doing. And it basically just boosts the machine and makes it run fast. So, yeah. I used, the colorful concrete, I want to say, is the mod name. And you're able to get vertical slabs and concrete variety. So, I took full advantage of that and used one here. So, yeah, very nice. What's not very nice is that darn creeper. So, he will be executed. Convenient. And actually, I can throw this gunpowder back into the schematic unit. Nice. It will not need that, but whatever. And as you can see, it has this little collection system at the front, and it looks really cool. And, yeah. Oh, frick you, zombie. You can see I put a trapdoor here for the input line. Actually, it's done with the trapdoors. In fact, it's done with a lot of the things already. Yeah. And in fact, it is done. It's finished. So, yeah. So, this really basic storage system, that's really compact actually. It can store 10 storage crates worth of gravel. We're going to take these gravel boxes and we're just going to throw them on to here. And also throw them on to here. You can see it already produced 39 pieces of gravel. And that's just going to be running in the background basically. So, yeah. And to kind of boost the system, you can input in a piece of like a cobblestone like little thing. So I'm just gonna find one of my cobble boxes, and we're just gonna throw in a full like storage crate of just cobble. So that's what this little extracting conveyor belt is for. And now you can see it inputs a lot more cobblestone. You could just beef up the cobble generator and then you can get tons more gravel, but, you know. And this just gives you passive gravel, so yeah, it's perfect. Especially in this case, because I need tons of gravel, so, yeah. And then the millstones will, like, fill up eventually and do all that stuff. And then if it gets too much, it will export into straight into lava, basically, so, yeah. And then once it fills up all of these little ones right here, once it goes across all of these droppings, it will drop it through a sheet metal chute and bounce it onto a another conveyor belt, and then that just brings it into even more storage crates. And you get tons of gravel. So if I leave this running for like an hour AFK, just kind of around the area, if I leave that running for an hour, what the frick? If I leave that for like an hour, just kind of vibing, then eventually it will just completely fill up. So how is there just an arrow into the sky? What the Hello? I'm not even gonna question that. What the frick? How is there arrows just floating in the air? How is that a thing? Right over there. How's the arrow just freaking floating? Did I shoot the arrow and then like frick? No, I didn't shoot the arrow. How the frick? Okay, well, whatever. So now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get out of here, bug. What I'm gonna do now is we're gonna get the schematic cannon ready to build up the last structure we're gonna be building in this episode, which is gonna be the actual concrete factory. So we're gonna upload this. We're gonna get our concrete factory right here. And yeah, it's a little bit of a larger structure, but that's okay. We'll just place it over here temporarily. So you can see lots of storage, like tons and tons of storage. So yeah, and there's a mechanical, or not a mechanical crafter, there's an assembler in here. And basically what this does is it takes some water from over here. So it takes water, pumps it into the assembler, and then through a series of shenanigans with item batchers and stuff and frickin' redstone links, you can have a lot of hoppers, and you can input a bunch of items, and then it will output a ton more in terms of like concrete. So basically it's a giant concrete factory, exactly what it says on the tin. So yeah, we can flip this around. That's a pretty cool view of it, because you have all of the glass and stuff, and you can look inside, but I don't really care. Even though that's the whole point, I put glass there, but whatever. And you can see it requires more frickin' things, but whatever. And I actually don't know if this thing requires any create mod input. I don't think it does. So instead of putting it next to the other thing, I think I'm gonna actually just put this like over here, kind of. Maybe not like here, but like somewhere. No, I might do what I was gonna do with the gravel factory and just put it like right here. Yeah? That's a pretty cool little corner. Yeah, I like that. Alright. That's our position. Put that inside of the schematic cannon. And put our book in. Get rid of the other material checklist. And we have our new checklist of material. So, yeah. We're going to be gathering up all of those resources now. I'm going to be building up the concrete factory after I kill these stupid mobs. Get out of here, bro. Stupid Australian jumping spider. Leave, Herbert. Ow. Stupid Skelly. I'm trying to repair my stuff, bro. You can just bro. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh my goodness. Moving on. Close the door. Stupid thing. Moving on to the next time lapse. My voice just died. And there's another 5-pager. And actually there's even more stuff this time. Gosh darn it, man. that should be the entire time lapse all done. We should be completely finished with all of these contraptions. So the last one we're doing is the actual concrete factory itself. So, yeah. What the frick, cat? We will start building now. So yeah, you guys can watch that. I'm gonna go figure out what just fell. Cat, what the frick? You're cute, but you're rude. Cat. Alright. What do you mean a missing item? You don't have an assembler. That's not an item. Am I gonna have to build up a frickin' assembler just to make this thing happy? I think I'm gonna have to build up an assembler to make this thing just happy. Okay, well, whatever. As you saw in that time lapse, there was a ton of hammers, so shouldn't be that much of an issue. Skip missing blocks. We'll just skip them, and then we'll just place it in later. Because I don't even know where this darn thing is meant to go in the first place. Okay, it's pretty clearly right here. So, yeah, but hey. Suspense. Oh yeah, it's gonna go all the way to here. This is a really big machine. It's because it has tons of storage in it. Yeah, it's now just gonna skip the missing blocks, which pretty nice actually. So I don't have to worry about shenanigans. So, you know. Oh no, not emergency harbor frick. Okay, yeah, it's pretty clear that this thing needs to go right here. So we're gonna get our projector and we're gonna go build it. Alright, well, get our projector. Apparently, it's still set for the arc furnace. Convenient. Put into selection mode. Get the assembler. And we missed placing all of the item batch rolls. Gosh darn it, man. Okay, where is this? I'm trying to place it, bro. Hello? Saw. Ma'am? Alright, well. We're gonna have to rotate it. Oh, frick. I said we're gonna have to rotate it. Okay, rotate, I guess counterclockwise maybe. Would walk. Nope. Okay, well. There you go. Okay, now it's the correct way around. So we will put it here. Nice, got it. Perfect. Alright, so we will just quickly build up the thing. So, yeah, very convenient. This is gonna be very easy to build actually, because all of the resources are already just here. So yeah, grab the cables now, I guess. Grab all of these, grab all of this, and we should be all good. This, so I'll head in here, and we'll start building up the structure. So yeah, I know the thing goes up like that. And I think it actually just finished it. Oops. So yeah, these conveyor belts should be facing in this direction. And they should be facing in that direction. Nope, the other way. No, the other way. Frick you. Bro. solid block equal not there. Like, hello? It placed the connector. That's kind of funny. Okay. It just placed the connector even though it didn't even have any of the blocks there. That's cost. I wonder if you can get floating sand by doing that method. I don't know. That'd be a little stupid. I wonder if you can though. It'd be kind of funny. Yeah. So there's the assembler all done. Although it doesn't have all of its things in place yet, so I have to place all those in. So now we have everything all done. Everything's all done. It's all done. We're done. Okay, we're freaking done now. Okay, as soon as I flick this level, everything will start to activate, so I need to make sure this is actually good. So the filter is all set up, the assembler is all set up, the entire output line is all set up. We have every single storage crate I could possibly use. Gravel factories in place. We have everything all done. Alright. We have power, and as soon as I flick this level, gravel and clay and stuff will start producing into a bunch of concrete. Alright, we should see, here's our first batch of items. These get inputted, and we should start to see gravel being outputted. Yes! Okay, good. It's all built properly. Okay, well, not gravel outputted, but concrete outputted. And now it's just going to be a steady flow of just concrete being outputted. And you can see the machine is just batching out the items correctly. So how this thing walks is basically, gotta not get too close to hinder it, but you can see what it's doing basically. So it's taking an output from all those items, it's filtering everything out to be just 4 and 3 gravel and slag and whatever. And then there's one other output right over here. And this outputs everything into the assembler. And then what the assembler does is assembles it. So it inputs the 4 slag and the 3 gravel. It takes one of the gravel pieces and it turns it into clay. And then through a recursive use of ingredients, it can craft up the concrete and it will never get backed up. That was the main goal, to never have this thing back up. Because if it backs up, freaking screwed. Either way, Tornado, signing out. Bye, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified when this thing already breaks. Are you freaking kidding me?